Hello and welcome back to episode 27 of the Boundless Shores here on the Drunkards and Dumbasses YouTube channel. Sorry for the extended break. We took a little bit of a break for a holiday due to some scheduling errors and whatnot, so we just called it a month, and here we are. We're back. I hope everyone had a delightful Christmas and all that. I am your host, Santa Bonanta West.
Oh, geez, here we go.
Don't ask me where that came from. I'm just excited to be here. Today, of course, we are joined by.
I didn't say.
It's okay, folks. We haven't been here in a while, so bear with us as we find our stride once again. Today, of course, we are joined by Liam, we are joined by Nate, we are joined by Owen, we are joined by V, and we are joined by the man, the myth, the James, James. Very, very good to be back. So, we're gonna start off just because it's been a while. We're gonna jog y'all memory with a little bit of a backtrack before we get into our recap.
You can do it.
Backtrack, recap into our recap. So, after spending some leisurely downtime at the Esveluma Festival and had a few hijinks and met an odd wizard with a lot of mascara, um, our heroes journeyed their way as towards back towards Port Gira, but were interrupted when they were interrupted during a philosophical debate while almost an earthquake goes off, shattering the skies and setting some weird things to follow afoot. I don't know if that works, but we'll run with it with the foot. Um, then a few moments later, a wounded Fey folk runs into the pathway, dying in their arms. I don't remember if they died or not.
No, we saved that.
No, they saved him.
We,
Yeah, you're
we
right.
saved them.
You're right. Uh, Leaping into action, fighting some odd lightning beasts. They were blue spawn ambushers and saving the Fey folk, as they explained later that they were somehow transported into your realm. Having a vision from his patron, Varys, Yonatan took you all to the Temple of the Green Dragon, where you made your way through various nature-based encounters and met the Green Dragon Varys, and Yonatan received the Scepter of Varys that I think you should remember to use because it's got good heals. But they were shown a leaf that has been plagued with a sickening darkness. The leaf no longer green but darkened to a ghastly purple with black dark veins running through it. And then turning to your goal. Turning to Orgolan and Calduin, telling them that their families are in grave danger. They were then teleported to a vastly different Ashen Sea, this one being swarmed with a snowstorm. Weird for a desert. So they made their way and found the remnants of the Balduinoid tribe that Calduin held dearly, and as they were hiding away in Calduin's old hometown. Sorry, I'm trying to get through this really fast. His hometown, blah blah blah. Orgolan being the man of few words, decided to handle the drow threat alone. If you want a good recap, go watch the last couple sessions. Choosing to handle the threat alone, he traveled to the Fort Obelisk, his former home, before he was raptured into the Boundless Shores mysteriously at the beginning of our campaign. Or predating the beginning of our campaign, circa, I don't know, a month. As they, he going into the courtroom and speaking with his father, and that thus the right of Kuran Mor was established as father versus son, a duel for the crown, or Golan, striking down his father with a really fucking brutal kill and an awesome one-liner. Striking down his father and claiming the crown of Count Orgolan. No, yep, I'm right. Count Orgolan the Third. Count Regos. I was like, Orgolan. No, I meant his last name. Count Regos the Third. Traveling back, wounded but victorious. They made their way. They communed with the Valdoon in the Communion of the Smoke, where a few of them had visions of past, present, and future. They then traveled northward towards Tobin's hometown. Wow, that arc was really about going home, huh? Wow. But we're interrupted by a monstrous Dunewinder crippling Tobin's armor and damaging them for the most part. I feel like a few of you still went untouched, and I was disappointed about that, but I'll kill you next. I mean, I'll get you next time. They now catching up. They traveled around Scorched Town to find Tobin's dad. They went to the dwarven mine of Kalamdun, where now it is the 15th of Solari, 1037 post-tier. We find our heroes deep below the surface in a dwarven forge of Kalamdun, currently on a mission to find a strange source of heat from the mines below. You guys dealt with a few fire elementals before tending to an injured Calduin whom have broken his leg from the fall and only fighting on pure adrenaline to keep you folks alive, as well as the rest of you, them being Yonatan, Yonatan, later Amarath, or Golan, and Tobin. Oh, sorry, never mind. I actually did write about that. I didn't have to backtrack. Reuniting with Amarath as Beckett stayed the night and at the tavern as her patron kept causing more headaches, which have been strangely increasing over the past couple days since the convergence. As you guys pressed on to find the heat, the source of the mysterious heat, you find a strange piece of machinery, a tall, spire-like metal object with an arcane interface. As you guys first attempt to dislodge the arcane interface, revealing the wires within. The party was then stopped by an Afriti, a dark djinn who claims to be here doing the master's work. He summoned 2 fire elementals as the party fought on with the Afriti and multiple members getting very low on health, successfully destroying the Afriti as we catch up with these 4 members surrounded by scorched rocks, lava, and lava as the rocks begin to melt around them slowly. Where we catch up? Orgolan, Tobin, Yonatan, and a hobbling Calduin. As you heard the fighting come to a stop, you kind of standing up on the makeshift brace that Yonatan fashioned for you. You hobbled your way a little bit further down to an alcove in the ravine where standing your burnt but alive party members standing around this strange piece of machinery.
Okay, 2 questions. What happened and what is that?
Um, 2 answers. We were attacked by the source of those fire elementals. Beat him, barely. Second answer is to be determined. We have no idea what the fuck this thing is. We do know we need to stop it before we get melted. All in favor of just cutting the wires and hoping for the best?
That sounds risky even for me.
That's the only idea I've come up with.
Could I do a knowledge arcana or planes on this thing?
Yeah, you can give me a knowledge arcana. We'll do it as I'll quickly describe the interface once again. The within the interface are the two thick, clear cords that is transporting some kind of ethereal arcane energy. There are two red cords, a green cord, a yellow cord, and a small copper switch.
Well, I can tell you right now, I have no idea what this is. Not one.
Oh,
Thanks, Peyton. My new dice is great.
oh no.
First roll, too.
Well, it certainly looks magical. Does anybody here know how to turn off magic? Is that a thing we can do? I'm
Well,
still new to
normally
this
you
whole
can
magic
dispel it, but I don't think.
Can you
any
do
of
that?
us- No, they don't
Oh.
really teach that with blood magic.
Hmm.
Does a detect magic show any indication of like different auras coming from this thing, or is it just all the same aura?
Yeah. So upon the detect magic, uttering a few Ashrati words, there are a few things that ping. The whole entire machine is glowing as the whole thing pulses with arcane energy. But in particular, there is a large concentration within these cords. Like, it is a lot of energy going through these thick cords. And along that, like, a lot of arcane energy. And then upon the top, the three jutting spikes with the ovular red rubies on them, kind of a glow with arcane energy, but they seem to pulse it as if these rubies are being simultaneously like activated and deactivated and activated and deactivated.
Ooh, could I cast Create Water and then also cast Path of Frost on that water to attempt to stop the gears or the cords from moving?
You want to freeze the cords in place. There's no actual gears showing in this interface. You could try and pry at the metal to get it open to get the cords, I guess, but like underneath the interface is just the wires and the copper switch.
Yeah, I'm going to try to tear open the machine to get to the cords and then freeze them.
Are you using your sword to do such?
I'm gonna use create water and path of frost to try and stop the gears or the cords. Sorry.
How are you going to stop cords like that? What's that going to accomplish? They're cords.
Well, the idea would be that. Well, I guess we are in a fiery cave, so it would just no.
Well, no, you already. That's not. I don't think
Um,
that's the case with magical
to
frost. You put
to
your.
note though, he does bring up a good point that I didn't really mention. To the metal is to touch a little bit warm.
Mm.
So over time, any ice or anything like that would melt over time.
Okay. Could I short circuit cast
Path of
create
Frost
water
also
so
has no effect on water either. It's only ground.
okay. Um I'll just try to short circuit the
Does your character know what a short circuit is as a druid from the forest? Like, and we're not in like a super mechanical world.
would you like me to rephrase that or
You could go ahead and try and rephrase it.
okay, I'm gonna cast create water in at the wires inside the machine if they're not if they're exposed already. And if they're not, then I'll just try and tear open the machine.
We did expose the wires, I believe. We opened the panel, I think, last time.
Yeah, the wires are exposed, but if you want to get into like the inner, like gritty, like mechanisms of the gear, you would have to do some prying on the metal. But the wires are exposed. Um,
I'll cast create wire. Holy fuck.
create wires.
Create wires,
The
baby.
Technomancer.
Hell
Oh my
yeah,
gosh, that'd be a sick subclass.
that would be kind of sick.
Um,
Wait, I mean, wouldn't an artificer be a technomancer?
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna cast create water and try to short and try it on the wires, I guess.
Uh, so you waving your hand a little bit and doing a small incantation as a small like that you begin to almost draw the water particles from the air as they begin to cluster up and form into like a flowing ball as you send it down into the machine as you see the water kind of drip begin to trickle through and down the wires a little bit. um you hear some amount of I don't know if I can do a spark sound very well. um no, not happening. uh uh you hear some amount of small sparking going on, but no major effect seems to take place.
With my detect magic or anything, I don't see like any magic being absorbed from the create water into the machine, do I?
um Absorbed how?
I don't know, like just how you're saying like there's a huge collection of energy going through the coils up into the machine. I was wondering if like the coils was siphoning like some magic from the water as it was being created.
um Yeah, you know what? That is that's pretty good. Yes, I will give you that. As you see, as you still have your detect magic goggles on, you actually see the threads of magic being woven, almost like a cat's cradle, as he's creating this water. Um, and you see trickles of that cat's cradle being pulled into the machine, and joining the arcane ethereal energy as it's shooting like downwards. That's where the arcane energy is traveling. It's downwards into the bottom of the machine, where you see the stones are beginning to become blackened and superheated.
Okay, guys. We do not need to attack this thing with magical energy. It will absorb and use it as its own. Magical attacks is out of the question.
So are we back to the wire cutting plan?
That also, Orgolan, are you okay enough to get up to those crystals? Something keeps turning them on and off. I want to see if removing them does something, if at all possible.
I could try. Where are the crystals again? Are they
So
on the
like
ceiling?
it's kind of like it cones up and then it has like a straight for a while and then it just juts out, like three juts out.
What's the shape of the room?
Shape of the room, it's kind of like a big dome like uh carve. You can see like there's been some mining into the air, so like a bit of the room has been mined out. Like dwarven powered, I guess. But
All right. Um, I look up at to see where the crystals are. Look around.
yeah, they're only about like 8 feet up, on this metal spire machine.
Can I just climb up on the machine to
It's
do it,
warm
or
to the touch. I'll say you can do it on a 1d4 fire damage penalty as you're just over time grabbing onto it, but you can do it. And you have wraps on your hand as well, so that subsides a
yeah?
lot of it. So it would be only a 1d4.
Which which I could take a couple licks.
It's 2 damage.
So I'm going to climb up and attempt to take them out of the
So you
machine.
give me a good old climate check.
18.
18 with ease. You see the drow, your drow companion, scale his way up this machine, and as you go to grab the ovular crystals, they are hot, like touching a burner. Ah.
Huh. Okay, I take my sai out of the pocket and attempt to dig underneath the crystal to try and knock it loose.
You're going to take 5 points of electric damage as you feel a shock head through the metal and into your side. But you begin to pry away at it as the red crystal uh, off of like the surprisingly malleable metal as you dig into it as after the initial shock, as as those of you on the ground seeing these arcane energy, the amount of ethereal energy just like drops.
All right, how many more crystals are on the thing?
3.
3?
2 more crystals.
Okay, 2 more crystals. Okay. I'll start making my way to the second one and do the same thing.
I shall start making my way to the third one.
Climb the machine.
Yes, sir.
Does it since it was really malleable, does it look like a shot could take it off easily?
Yeah, a well-placed shot could probably shoot it.
How what's the chamber size of my revolver?
I don't know guns very well. Like how many bullets do you have? Like what?
Yeah,
6.
6. Okay.
I shall roll that climb check.
I grab onto Yonatan before he starts climbing up. Hold on, I might have a safer way to do this. Well, safer being a loose term. We're rolling. Get down here. I look like it hurt.
How far up am I right
You're
now?
about 8 feet.
All right, I backflip off and land on the ground safely.
My man is basking in the fact that he's a monk. He's like, why did I ever play Barbarian? I'm having so much fun. I am Bruce Lee right now, dude.
After I make sure Orgolin and Yonatan is clear, I pull out my revolver and aim it at one of the red crystals up there.
I really hope you miss. Go ahead and
Oh, I
roll
probably
me
will.
an attack.
I probably will. That is a 13. Nope, 15.
Yeah.
15.
Boing. As you shoot the second one off.
Anything.
The amount of arcane energy drops once more.
And then I try to go for the last one. That one! Okay, I'm not using this set. Sorry, Peyton.
Oh god! What's everyone's running HP?
44. Nope. 22.
I am at 17.
I'm at 18.
I'm also at 18.
Oh my god.
Really? You're just teasing me now?
Oh my god. Stop. I'm already dead.
Everyone's gonna take 17 points of fire damage as he goes to aim for the third crystal. And he misses and shoots the crystal as it erupts in fire. As you feel the entire chamber begin to shift and crack. As you think to yourselves,
everyone go!
is it getting hot in here?
We ain't
I
taking
need
all our
everybody to roll me 3 reflex checks to escape from the lava.
Question?
Oh,
I
hold
gotta.
on. One of you goes down in this process.
Yeah.
How does that unfold?
Yeah. Um. To help me, please.
So what? So like Yonatan just dropped. Like
As
so,
the
like what's happening to the environment? Like is lava rising? You just said lava. Like what's happening?
well, currently nothing about the chamber has changed. You feel that it beginning to shift as it starts to get hot in here, and if you watch over time, you see that the splinters and cracks in the rocks begin to crack more and more as the fiery orange red liquid begins to rise and around with the melting stone.
Did it look like we defeated the machine at least? Because you said it hit the crystal there, right? Like
Oh yeah, like there will be no more uh generated heat from this. There's now just going to be a little bit of lava.
okay, can I make a strength check to throw this unconscious Yonatan over my shoulder?
Yeah, go for it.
Um, I'm just gonna use that first reflex I rolled since I already rolled it, but then
Yeah, go for it.
for strength. Oh yeah, I guess it's just my modifier. 16 to grab him and throw him over my shoulder.
So the three reflex saves that I did makes about sense, considering I have a broken leg. A nat 20 and two nat ones.
Oof. Um.
I'll say the second one you're gonna roll at advantage off of the neck 20.
Okay, that's better. uh, that's a 22 for the second one.
16 enough to grab Yonatan, throw him over my shoulder.
Um, yeah, you're a strong lad. What's your strength?
17.
Yeah, you're a strong lad. You can do it as you grab the flopped, burnt body of Jonathan as he's unconscious, and uh, you one of your rolls is going to be made at disadvantage, but the other two are going to be fine. You guys go ahead and roll me your reflex, please. I hope you don't die off of this.
Oh,
Aside
you
from
know
me,
what
of
my
course.
reflexes are?
Well, you're not dead yet. You're fine.
Nat
Oh,
20,
am I
15.
rolling reflex
Nope,
saves or
22,
no?
sorry.
No, you're unconscious.
Okay.
You're unconscious. You're all now based
I'm
on
doing fine.
Tobin's success.
So I got 18 on both of my ones at disadvantage. Wait, plus 4, so 22. For the next one, I got 19. Come on, third one. For the
Question:
third one,
Is this a magical effect?
14.
This is not.
Okay.
Okay, so I got 22, 19, 19
Oh yeah.
with
Fucking. This reminds me of the scene from Shrek 2 where Shrek throws Fiona over his shoulder and they're running from the dragon.
Wait, is that the first one?
That's sick.
Uh, what did you get for your second one there, Calduin?
22.
Oh yeah, you're fine. What about you, Mr. Man? Or Golan?
So for the first one, I got a 19. Second one, I got a 24. And then the third one, I got a 23.
Yeah, good enough. And uh, uh, the room as the fiery red liquid begins to rise on the stone, instinctively throwing Jonathan over Tobin's back. Yeah, Tobin begins to run. Orgolan yelling, "Run!" as you guys begin to book it from this tide of lava. As you see the tide of lava begin to consume those two crystals as they explode with a flame as the room trembles further as the lava begins to grow as the tide, it feels as if it's nipping its embers at your heels as you guys run. How are you guys getting out of here? Are you doing the use rope? Are you guys going up the rope, or are you guys going to run up the tunnel that's at the far end of the ravine?
I'm carrying a guy over my shoulder. I'm using the tunnel.
I broke my legs on the rope, so I'm probably using the tunnel.
All right, so you guys run through the tunnel. You guys, the tide of lava still nipping at your heels. You guys run as the passage curves up a bit as you guys begin to elevate. But if the mass amounts of lava begins to ensue further, as finally as you feel it lap against the escalating passageway, you finally feel an amount of safety as you guys make your way further out the tunnel, where you make it to the collapsed bridge where you entered from. Can I get a jump check from everyone? Disadvantage for Tobin. Sorry, man. If you
Get
want
a
to be the
jump.
hero, you got to do the work.
21.
Get a jump check, right?
Yeah.
That's a natural 19, so for a 25.
I got 10.
10 clears.
Sick.
As Calduin, you hobble in, you make a jump, and you kind of like tuck and roll into it as you kind of skid a little bit, and then grab your leg and help yourself up. And like a fucking action movie star, there's Orgolan who's just, how is he in slow motion? As he lands into an absolute awesome tuck and roll, and then Tobin with Jonathan on his back kind of makes a jump as he lands on the wooden part as the wood begins to as he kind of climbs his way, and Orgolan reaching out his hand, they do that. Oh yeah, and help him up as some of the wood falls down, as you see it falls into the ravine and catch flame into the lava below. Amarath was there too. He also made it as he gives you guys 1 healing potion and 2 healing darts from his bag. That he I got these from Beckett before we left. You guys look like you need them.
Ugh. I down it.
Down the healing potion. That's 1d8 plus con. James, spear me.
Oh my god. I'm trying to play D&D.
Okay, that's 6 points, so that would be... Okay.
Are you talking, Nate? We can't hear you. I think you're muted.
Oh yeah, I'm muted for a reason. I'm still unconscious.
Oh. Awesome.
Did Orgolan get handed everything?
He hands Orgolan 1, and then he just sticks the unconscious body of Yonatan with a healing dart. What's your con bonus, Yonatan?
My con bonus is 2.
All right, so you regain 6 points of health.
Whoa! Yay! Oh God! What happened?
Still over my shoulder. I put him down and be like, I don't know. You passed out.
How
Crystal
did I
exploded
pass
for
out?
some reason.
The thing exploded.
Yeah, but we're alive. I wasn't so sure about you, but I carried you out of there. Figured you at least deserved a burial.
If you could
No, I'm just
recover
kidding.
my
I
corpse
could
at
hear
all
you breathing.
habits.
Can we get out of this cave? I
Um,
really need to see
yeah,
someone.
let's say we get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
As bruised and burnt, you guys make your way up the passageway and across the hallway as you see the stark difference between the mined out cave entrance, between the beautiful ornate dwarvish carved artworks and the pentagonal um, archways that reside in Kalamdun. You see an unconscious sleeping what's your dad's name?
I don't know, whatever it was.
George, that's what it was.
Yeah, that's it.
You see an unconscious George, Tobin's father, uh, sleeping with his head against the cold stone wall.
Quick question. With the blast of heat and everything, was my bandages burned off at all?
Oh yeah, a little bit. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you were consumed in a large ball of fire. Yeah, they would have been burnt off.
Okay, so my full Asherati forms being showed out in a place that everyone hates me.
I mean, fortunately for you, the Valdoon do still exist, and to the unknowing eye, the Asherati do look very similar to the Valdoon. So you might be fine. You might have a few eyebrows raised about why you've traveled so far north, but
Might is a strong word, though.
yeah, you guys are fugitives here. So you see the unconscious body of uh, George Riemund as he sleeps on the wall.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk over to him and shake his shoulder. Dad.
Oh my fucking god, I thought you died, as he immediately like grabs you and pulls you in as he goes, oh my god, what happened to
I'm gonna
you? Are
kind of
you
like
okay?
wince as he does it. Like, I'm
Almost.
alive, and you can tell I'm like Pete beat. I'm at 1 health right now.
Oh, and Tobin Riemann survives again at 1 health point. Same
Well,
thing with the
technically it was
Dune
like
Modifier.
-9 last time. Like
Yeah,
1-1.
yeah. Holy shit. So he goes,
God damn.
fuck, I'm so glad you guys are alive. Tobin, don't
I
scare me
almost
like that
died.
again. He looks at you and immediately just turns back to Tobin and goes, Tobin, uh, don't do that to me again. I, I know this has been your dream, but I can't lose you.
I'm gonna give him a little smirk, and like with my eyes starting to water up, and be like, give him a little chuckle, and be like, "Well, maybe you can help me get that new armor. Then might help me in a pinch."
Well,
And
certainly.
like hug him tight back as kind of still like embrace.
He goes, I don't know where to grab from your source. Here. He goes, follow me, you guys. We will get medical attention. I will grab Alvor. We will get everything done. Mr. Sir, half elven man. I apologize. I don't remember your name.
Oh, my name is Jonathan Hailgate, sir.
Jonathan, I am glad you're alive. I just needed to speak to my son. Please, please, please follow me. You all look dreadful. As he leads you along down a couple passageways and up a flight of stairs and towards the main chamber and up a flight of stairs and towards the medical wing where you all are sat down and treated to full health.
Hold on,
Spell slots are not given back, just treated to full health.
Caldwin's just wondering why there's so many steps while he's walking on a broken leg to the medical ward.
Oh yeah, like they're like a dwarf nurse just kind of sees you as he just kind of like grabs you and just places you on his shoulder as he begins to walk over and begins to treat your leg.
I look over at Yoden, so this is what it feels like.
This is the second.
Callie was sitting there going, "This is the most emasculating thing I've ever had."
This is the second worst pain I've ever felt, next to, my entire village being wiped out.
As you were all treated
left you
full
there.
health. Calduin, you're gonna have disadvantage on any dexterity-based checks.
Yep, no worries.
As you all treated to full health. Well, as you all are currently being treated to full health, we catch up with our friend Beckett.
Yay! I'm excited!
Woo!
I just
So-
can't hide it.
I'm just so excited.
Fuck you.
I can hear voices.
Just because my voice is higher than yours does not mean you get to make fun of me.
Dude, no, we're referring to the song, dude.
I don't care.
Yeah, we're. but if I'm being honest,
Fuck
it
you.
is. It totally is.
Fuck you.
So,
What, you don't expect it?
Always. Always, always, always.
as
Sorry, continue torturing me, Wes.
of course, when you first arrived in Scorch Town, your 4 party mates went off to seek Tobin's father. You and Amarath went on a small detour to find parchment, ink, and various healing supplies that you both were running low on. And during your shopping trip, you an intense migraine befalls you, which has been increasing since the convergence. As you and Amarath found Tobin's father's workshop, and Amarath urged you to stay out of this mission, as how can a dead healer heal?
Mhm.
And so you made your way to the tavern and paid the innkeep 2 silver for a room as you laid down and put a fucking cloth over your head and blocked out all the light. And as sleep finds you, your mind's eye opens as you begin to dream. You find yourself dream, 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 dream.
Close your eyes, shut them out, dream a dream, get us out. Dream, 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 dream.
We were going so serious for a minute.
I love the Shark Boy and Lava Girl
The
references.
mood, and then just dream, dream, dream.
Love the Shark Boy and Lava Girl
Dude.
references.
Let's go.
That was amazing. Fuck you. You get a mean inspiration point.
Yes.
James, can I hit your vape?
Not coming to you.
Let's go.
Oh, alright. Well, give me a minute then. Entertain them with a song. Fuck you, Owen. That was amazing.
What?
So, are we back in? Have we reined it in?
Let's do it.
We're good.
We'll
So,
do it together.
you stand upon a tower of darkness, the black stones cold and almost unnerving. The ground surrounded by trees, but not lush green trees, nor the fallen leaves of the winter winds. It's a forest plagued by darkness, the leaves poisoned by a sickening darkness with the purple and black veins spreading through them from stem to the edge of the leaf. The forest below, darker than night. As the vision progresses, a color beneath the darkness begins to peak. Red. Blood red. As you look down towards yourself, you see the poison's cane sword in your hand. As you see blood dripping off the blade. The more the blade drips, the more the blood rises. And before you even realize, the blood has now overtaken the forest and now climbs the tower until the blood has reached your knees, to your waist, to your neck, and now you're completely submerged, a flood of blood all around you. You try and open your eyes to see or swim, trying to hold your breath, but eventually, your breath failing, as the thick blood pours into your lungs, one word is echoed into your mind. Vengeance. The voice, almost unrecognizable, but at the same time, familiar. The same voice that hides behind every thought, every and any evil impulse that has ever crossed your mind. You've never heard the voice, yet it sounds so familiar.
Mom,
Desperately trying to escape to air, your vision is muddled by the dark red around you, searching for all over for which way is up. A single yellow eye opens within the sea of blood. Vengeance. Suddenly, you jolt awake, coughing violently as you feel something damp on your cheek. As you go and feel what's on your face, it is you drawing back your finger. You see blood, almost as if you cried blood during your vision.
Fine. I'm gonna grab the closest towel and try to clean it up.
Just because you haven't had enough blood on your face, AV.
No, fuck you. Suck a dick.
That I had that written for so long. It was just coincidence. Okay, let me bask in my coinky
Watch
dink.
me have to go to the hospital tonight, and you're gonna be like, shit.
I'm gonna think you went on a psychotic break or something because of
I
me.
probably did.
Probably. As you awaken in your in room, we're gonna catch back up with our friends who have healed back to full health.
Damn it.
Sorry, bro. Did you have something to say or do?
No, not really.
Oh, okay. Sorry. You will be back. I apologize. I just thought this would be a good mix up to make sure you were still included. But we have some things to resolve, and then once we resolve this, we'll catch back up with you.
Nah, all good.
As you were healed to full health and brought into Alvor's office, the salt and pepper, long beard and long hair, and the finely pressed clothing and the clean welding apron, sitting beside the desk, puffing on a cigar. It's Alvor Dindan. um, as he looks to the five of you in almost shock as he's, well, bless my beard. I've sent 3 teams down there. And I almost wrote you guys off. You have really impressed me.
Was almost 2 and 5 6 parties. I almost died.
No, it was a piece of cake.
We tend to surprise a lot of people, but everyone seems to be surprised when we do.
I did show you the dream.
I know.
So you
Oh,
were
you said
actually
before. Never
telling the
mind.
truth. I do that quite a lot, yet people are always surprised.
Thank you, Nathan. Thank you.
Yes.
No one
Anyways,
else-
let's
no one else seemed to get it.
please, guys, let's focus. I know it's been a bit. Let's focus a bit. We got this.
I'm
Save it for the break. As he pulls a small chest from beneath the desk and he places it on the table. Let's say 4 of you, 300. Say 1,250 GP, and then plus the armor commissioned for Tobin. Does that sound fair to you?
Yeah, I guess that's all right.
As he slides the chest across the table. Did you screenshotted that armor that you wanted, right?
Sure.
Can you send it to me so I can?
Yeah.
All right. And in the matter of the armor, as he kind of stands up from his large stone chair, you can hear the stone on stone dragging across the ground. Kind of turning to the large chest beside him and opening up the lid. He pulls out the breastplate. As you can see, the the silvery white metal, as it has not too much of like the shoulder pads as it goes down into some lovely ornate silvery white armor, like vambraces and into the hand guards, the breastplate, the silvery white, but it almost has like etches of a silvery white blue embezzlement as it extends down into the chainmail below, into the below the rib cage. The helmet kind of very slick and ornate. It has like the two. I can almost show you. I'd rather show you because this is very hard to describe. If my phone will work, please. I'm pretty sure my phone just died. Nope, never mind. Helmet looking like that.
You can always just send it to the group chat and I can put it in the video.
I'll send it there, but I think this is working. My hands are a little shaky. There you go. What the helmet is looking like. As he sets the pieces out onto his desk and kind of beckons for Tobin to take it.
I'm just gonna sit there for a second, jaw agape, and just little child. It's beautiful, and I'll scoop it up, just kind of grab it all.
Damn.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. I hope there isn't too much of a mess when we go down there, eh?
You might want to wait for the lava to clear up, but there shouldn't be any new heat generated. Or magma, maybe.
Well, I'm glad that you at least dealt with the source. As the conversation continues on, is there anything else anyone would like to say noteworthy, i.e. Tobin to his father, or anything else, before we continue on with the scene? Or, you know what, yeah, as we're going to fast forward a little bit to, as you guys are exiting Kalam Dune, the bright desert sun kind of beaming in on your face, almost taken aback by it after being underground for so long.
I went to like, fuck. Okay. I pull out my sunglasses and put them on.
I just lift my face towards the sky and take a deep breath. That's better.
I'm gonna give him a little pat in the shoulder. I'm be like, it's nice to be home, isn't it?
Yeah. Too bad short.
Yeah. I'm going to like kind of like on the walk as we're like heading back because we gotta go. I just like totally like fangirled to my dad, like going on about like, Dad, it was awesome. But there was this big monster that could summon like fire monsters and make this big firewall, and I killed it. And just like telling him like the whole story.
Your dad has like a mixture of like white as a sheet, horrified, mixed with the proud dad smile. He's proud of you. He's just scared. He's
Yeah.
like, wow, and I don't think I've ever commissioned a piece that is that much gold. Wow. You really
I'm
like
not
what
gonna
you
lie.
do?
I love it. We've only been together for a few short weeks, but other than you and the people back home making like a little like big crush smile, they're the closest thing to family I've ever had.
Well, you know, you remind me of my father. Your grandpa, you both have that twinkle in your eye. I saw it every day, and I get to see it in you, eh, and you have your mother's ferocity, her sheer will. You are the thing that means the most to me on this run, and and you are the living canvas of everybody whom I love, and still you always surprise me. I love you, Tobin. Be safe.
Um, Another just single tear rolling down his face. He's gonna just slowly approach him before breaking into a sprint, even though like they're not that fast, but just kind of like fastly doing it, and then giving him like another big hug. And as we, like once we actually start to like is this like this is where we're like parting ways, right?
Yeah, where you guys would turn down. You guys have
Yeah.
reached the center square where you guys would turn down towards the left, and he would turn to the right back to the shop.
So as we're like starting to walk away, I'll be like, "Oh, and Dad, uh, tell her not to worry. I'll be okay."
With the
I'll
normal
tell
snow
her.
way.
I'll tell her, but I don't think you know how much she worries. He gives you like the cheeky dad smirk and shoots you a wink before turning off down the roadway to towards the shop as you guys round your way to the door of the tavern. That's where we're gonna call break for right now, as I really need to pee. Catch us in a couple minutes. Well, a couple minutes for us. It's gonna be for you. See, I told you, just like that. So, um, as we get back and we catch up with our players, we're gonna catch up with Beckett.
Oh yeah.
As Beckett, you wake up and you wipe the blood tear off of your face as you sit in this small. It's a mid tier inn. It's it's not gross, but it's not like super bougie. It's got like a good, nice, not too springy bed. A desk, a lamp, and a small window.
Um, I guess I'll get up. Uh, if like that doesn't cause shit to fall apart.
You're
um,
fine.
yeah, I'll get up and kind of like just sit there for a minute and like think like, what the fuck was that? Um, can I see the cane sword? Is it like in the room with me?
Yeah, it's on your pack.
Is it still like making noises? Has it been making noises the entire time?
No, it's been oddly silent.
Okay. I'm kinda gonna like stare at it for a minute.
The as you stare at this cane sword, you see like the leather handle and the ornate raven, like steel gray raven at the crux. The eye seems to stare back.
That's totally not uncomfy.
And you don't know whether it's actually looking at you or it's just your nerves taking the better of you.
is there like a coat hanger where my coat is, or did I go to bed with all my clothes on?
Yeah, you would have taken off your clothes and put them on the desk, and yeah, I'll say there's a coat tree for your blood soaked coat, and hung your mask there.
Can I walk over to my clothes and just keep an eye on the bird and to see
Sure.
if it's following me or not?
Again, you're not sure if it's the nerves taking the better of you, but the eyeless, bejewelous raven almost seems to stare back.
Does it turn like does it turn its head when I'm walking?
No, no, just almost using its peripherals and tracking you across the room. But again, you just had a whack ass dream. You have no idea if it's just your nerves.
Mhm.
And you just don't trust this thing. So therefore, something that resembles a face that has eyes might stare at you. You don't know.
Is there anything else in the room with faces on it, or is it just that?
If you look deeply into you know what? Roll me a spot check.
Fuck you.
Roll me an investigation.
Investigation? Okay.
Yeah, whatever that is. I believe it's investigation in this.
No, it's not. It's search.
Oh. Um,
Unless you want me to just
no,
spot.
there's search deep. Oh yeah. Give me a spot. Why not?
Okay, that is a math 26.
26. You looking about into the room. You see a few knots on a plank of wood that kind of resemble a smiley face. Other than that, no.
Is it looking at me?
It's blank.
Fuck you.
You don't know. Is it the nerves taking the better of you now, V?
Am I losing my sanity? Maybe. Um. Oh God, what do I want to do? I hate you with a passion. Okay, I'm gonna go.
I know.
I'm gonna go grab like all my weapons that are over there because I just realized I have an arsenal of weapons. And I'm gonna specifically pull out the cane sword and hold it.
There's a dark stone that's carved with a silver L. You flick as the spring lock. Boom! You lose Owen. He'll be back. As the handle of the cane spring locks into the handle as the blade becomes free as you pull out the silvery blade with the vein that runs through the spine of the blade. The trench that goes to the spine of the blade.
It's not like it's talking to me or anything.
Strangely silent.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna put it back in the sheath. Gonna put the rest of my weapons on my back like they usually are. And I'm just gonna walk out with the cane sword because it is a cane, so I'm gonna walk out like an old lady.
Fair enough. As you turn the hallway and walk down a couple of doors, as the hallway opens up into the main tavern room, you see the L-shaped bar. You see a kind of a pale forest green skinned tiefling male behind the counter as you see his tail in the air as he moves around, cleaning glasses, pouring grogs, and grabbing food and shouting orders to the kitchen. You see a couple of circular tables and booths along the wall. You see an empty booth in the corner.
My dog is fucking knocking shit over. Sorry.
You do also see an orcish man kind of running around the tables taking orders as well on a sheet of paper.
Okay. Question. Do I know where my group is?
No, they kind of fucked off, and Amaras said, "We'll be back."
Do I know when they're coming back?
Yeah, he was very unclear.
Okay. Can I go sit in the booth and like go over all the stuff I went and bought?
Yeah, as you pull out the various healing goods and herbal goods, you can increase whatever supply you had. You just got a refill of it.
Okay.
Do you flag down the bartender or like the waiter taking order?
Sure.
You raise your arm as the half orc wanders over. Hey, what can I get for you?
What time is it roughly?
It's about 3 o'clock today.
Okay. I will get whiskey.
Whiskey coming right up. Should I make it a double?
Go for it. I feel like I'm gonna be here a while.
Ah, double. Of course I could. Could I get you something to eat with that whiskey?
For now I'm okay. Thank you.
All right. And should I circle back with another one in about half an hour or so?
I'm just gonna wink and nod at him.
All right. So I'll put you down for 2 gold, then I'll circle back in a little bit. All right.
Sweet.
I like your style. As he wanders up and he goes, "Give me a shot of whiskey, a double." As he pours it up, and wanders back and he goes, "Enjoy." And wanders off. You go over your various medicines, and so people wander in, wander out. About half an hour walks by, you finish your whiskey, the half-orc walks by and he goes, "As promised."
Mhm.
There you go.
And I will leave
Should I? You go, "Should I?" He kind of circles around with his fingers and shoots him a wink. Shoots you a wink.
No, I think I'll be done, so I'm just gonna put my 4 gold on the table.
Fantastic. Takes the 4 gold and walks off.
Yeah.
About 20 minutes or so walks by and the door swings open as your 5 companions stumble through the door.
My
They're
job also
looking pretty healthy, but their clothes a little bit burnt.
Oh, great.
I'm
But
hit a little.
Tobin with wearing his shining new armor, as described earlier.
I'll try to wave them over if they can see me.
Yeah, you wave them over. They make your way towards you, squeezing into the booth.
Yeah.
I have a small one.
Hello, my
Hey,
friend.
Becca. How's it going?
It's been peachy. I think I just woke up.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a story for another day. Anyways, what the fuck did you guys do?
um,
Fire, like,
Almost died.
sounds
Got a
like
couple upgrades.
looks like it.
I almost got burned to death.
Sure looks like it.
Um, so we went down into we went into that little miners club over on the edge of town,
Right.
and we went down into like where the miners go,
Alright.
and we went down this ravine, and it was really hot down there for some reason.
Right.
So we explored that ravine. We fought a couple fire elementals that were on the way. I killed a lot. I killed a lot of fire elementals, even though I'm afraid of fire and everything.
Yeah, you're just getting that past aggression out.
Yeah, I wanted to get revenge on fire today. Just kind of felt like it. And
Nice.
then we actually like went down to the cave, and there's this huge like fiery lava melty generator looking thing with crystals on top, and it was guarded by a fire demon lord and his fire elemental buddies. I kind of snapped and fell unconscious at one point,
Nice.
and Calduin broke his leg, I
Weren't
think.
supposed to say that.
Ray! Why would you do that? You had one job.
I did have a choice. Blame gravity.
You're not the monk. You're not the one who's supposed to be climbing shit. Make better choices.
I had one option.
Gravity shouldn't have been the option.
Yeah, that was
Gravity.
my
Oh, thou
fault.
heartless bitch.
That was partially my fault because I broke a bridge that we were supposed to cross.
I guess just like got her head in her hands, like what the fuck.
It was just a complete nightmare without you.
During this entire interaction I have with you guys, is there anything with faces on it that are still looking at me?
No.
Okay.
Do I see like Beckett frantically looking around or something? Like how are you looking around? Like is it
Being
noticeable?
paranoid as fuck.
So it's very noticeable.
um, I'm not trying to make it obvious, but I'm not trying to hide it.
Do I
Like,
notice it?
Give me rolls for that. Sense, motive, and deception.
You
I'm doing
got it,
deception.
dude.
Yeah.
Wait, what's deception?
Bluff,
I don't know, whatever it is. Thank you.
What is it?
bluff.
Well, okay.
Do I really want to use this dice? Sure, I'll use it, but whatever. Where?
Maybe 9?
Okay. Oh, that is a 26 for
Oh
sense
yeah.
motive.
Wait. Beckett, it looks frantic. You can see it in her eyes. You can see it in her movement. You can see in the fact that she can't sit still. The fact that you can see around her whiskey glass. You can see like a bunch of spilled whiskey as if she's been shaking.
Um, in the booth, how are we sitting? Like, am I beside Beckett or no?
I'd say you're probably closest to Beckett, so you'd sit beside Beckett. Tobin would be sitting on the end because of his clunky armor, so I'd say it would be Orgolin, Yonatan, Tobin, and then you and Beckett. like right beside each other.
I lead over to Beckett and just whisper in her ear, "We're talking later."
um, where's Amarath? Did you guys lose him too?
At,
Oh yeah, Amrath is also there, so he's
Oh,
on the other side. He's just sitting there. He's being weirdly quiet.
oh wait, DM question.
I didn't
Do I
come up
still
with
have
anything. I'm sorry.
do I have bubonic still?
Say again.
Do I have bubonic still?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I couldn't remember if you flew away or not.
No.
Okay. Um.
So
Oh yeah, and Peter was taking care of Liam while
oh yeah,
we went
he's
into
sitting
that
contently
adventure.
on your lap. As the bartender runs over, are you guys getting anything to eat? Uh, Peter looks like at you.
the 350, was that the split or was that like each? I didn't really hear the
It
first.
was 1250 total,
Oh,
so
12.
it'll be about 312 or 313 if we round up each.
Okay.
Well, between the four of us who are like actually doing things.
Yeah, I wasn't there.
So that would be me, Yonatan, Calduin, or Golan, because he said, well, because Wes was thinking like four-way split. Or,
Yeah,
but
fuck Adrian, he's not here.
yeah.
Enjoy the
So
sim dude, Adrian. I know
I'll
you
take
are.
I'll take a 312 since I got my new set of armor. Somebody else who's willing to take 312 take it, and then the other two will get 313.
I'll take 312 since I didn't do most of it.
Okay, so then Owen and Yonatan take 313 gold.
All right,
Woo!
bet. Let's go.
Did someone walk over to take our orders, or do we got flag one down?
Hmm? Oh yeah, I see you got some friends whiskey. What can I get for all of you?
Give me the hardest thing you got.
Hardest thing I got. Um, I got just the thing. Alright. What about you, Elvin friend?
Oh, do you have any do you have any do you have any
Yes.
Scartree sap wine on stock at the moment?
Saffron, saffron, saffron. No, not I got some wines, but not the sap wine. I'm sorry.
Okay. The strongest ale you've got then.
Strongest ale, I can do that. I can do that. Mr. Knight, what can I get for you?
I'll just take some water.
Some water, keeping it pure, Captain Paladin. I got you. And Mr. Drow, what can I get for you, sir?
First off, 2 coffees,
2 coffees.
and then a rum.
Rum, should I make it a double and circle back around?
Why the fuck not?
I'll mark it down for 2 gold then. So that'll be 2 gold, 2 copper for you, Mr. Drow. Water on the house. We'll go for a good ale. 2 copper. And the strongest thing. Well, 2 gold to find out.
Very good. Also, just to clarify, I still haven't put in on any new wraps or anything, so I am still just out there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You think I'd have wraps in my medical kit?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna
Not
go
enough.
digging for those and pull them out and offer them. I know it's not enough, but it's better than nothing.
We'll take it as we see it for now.
Yeah.
Less I have to cover up, the better.
Alright, I'll be right back. As you guys are sitting and conversing, and your food comes, and make sure you deduct what I charged you and in your goal and shit. Calduin, give me a listen check.
You got it. Yeah, I did.
Why is it because I have too high of a listen bonus?
18.
18. As you guys are sitting and conversing, you hear a conversation from the booth behind you. You hear, you kind of like in your peripherals, you turn and see like a couple of merchants conversing between themselves. There's a half elven man uh, who's kind of got like a long cigarette in his mouth and sipping on some ale. Say, "Oh man, you should have seen it. It weirdest shit I've seen in the northern desert. Stones, black as night, just appearing out of nowhere. Even the sand around it giving like a weird purple, like dark purple vibes. I swear it wasn't no mirage. I saw it clear as day." Kind of pulls out a vial. I see this like purple sand. Look at this. I couldn't lift the rock, but some weird sand. What's even weirder though, whenever it's near me, I just feel cold. Not like cold, but just alone. It's weird, but I don't know. I just saw this in the northern desert. Black, weird purple sand. I don't. Doesn't make sense.
Could I, while he has it out, and I'm assuming like I'm just trying to subtly look to see what it is. I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna activate detect magic to see if I can see anything coming from it.
Can you roll me a move silently
Yes, sir.
or a performance?
I think my performance sucks, so I'll probably do move silently. Wow, that was terrible. Yeah, that was a 2 or a 6, sorry.
Okay. And as you cast the detect magic, uh, you see off the sand is this weird, dark energy around it. It's magic. It's just dark and it feels off and it's unnerving.
Does does Amaranth say anything about it as like somebody who does like dark magic? Like, does he recognize the type of magic in any way, sort of thing?
Uh, the magic beats me. Like
You
my magic is almost like purpley blue. That is like black, dark magic, even darker than the stuff I've seen in this book.
do
Could
I
I
recognize
do
it? Is it similar to the orb that I gave the elder?
No,
Okay.
it's not similar.
could I use knowledge of the planes to try to discern what
Ooh, that'd be good.
goop
Yeah,
this
go
is?
for it. Go for it.
That is intelligence, I do believe. Uh, oh boy. What the heck? Alrighty, there we go. Let's see. 22.
It's earth and sand, but the the magic and the feel and the color and the effect, it's not from here, and it reminds you of that leaf that Vera showed you.
Oh, good lord, guys. This is not good. It's this energy. It reminds me of that leaf in Varus's temple that turned black. It's that same energy or residue, I guess,
So it's come to the desert, and the world is now slowly dying.
So
or
do
being
we
corrupted
assume
by
do we
whatever
assume this
government
is from the
is in.
convergence left over from the convergence of the realms of Orgolan's realm merging with ours, or do we think this is something else that we need to go investigate before we leave?
Could be a bit of both, but it's definitely worth looking into.
I
Uh,
agree.
all right. Well, maybe
Yeah.
maybe we should talk to these guys because we don't want to be wandering around aimlessly. We got to get to K as soon as possible. But this is something we definitely need to check out.
Uh,
As the so go on.
I was gonna say I turn around to the group behind us talking about it. And, excuse me, where exactly did you find that sand?
Uh, in the northern desert, it's not really polite to eavesdrop, but
I'm sorry, the desert
yes,
is
it's
my home.
weird. Do you want to take a look? He hands you the small vial of sand.
I give it a little shake and examine it closely.
I don't know. You kind of don't really discern anything. It's just some purple sand, and yeah, it just appeared. Certain rocks just became dark. I hear from the locals it happens shortly after that earthquake we had.
Does Orgolan recognize it at all? Orgolan, do you recognize this at all? Is this something from your realm, or is this something entirely different?
Uh, do I recognize it?
No.
Yeah, this is something I recognize.
You know what? I'm gonna
Might
turn
be
to the guys. Do you?
something
Is there any
else.
way? I'm gonna turn to the guys we were talking to. We do apologize for the eavesdropping. This just happens to be our business of sorts. Could we buy this off you? Or
You could just have it if you want. I'm
uh,
not really
so
too bothered by it.
well then, may I ask you? So what? You said some black rocks and just surrounding them, the sand turned purple.
Yeah,
Okay,
shortly after that earthquake we had.
right. Yeah, that was crazy.
Yes, it was weird. The night sky doesn't look the same. I can't place it.
Yeah, yeah. And yeah, it's a little bit weird for sure. Are you guys from
You say
around here?
these? I am Valebridge, born and raised. I'm a Valebridgeite. I grew up in Ragnar. I moved to Mira to pursue my dreams, and then now I'm a delivery man. But we don't need to dwell on that. I'm working on it. Um, you say this is your business. Do you have any hypotheses? Of what is this? I don't.
Uh, climate change. You may have noticed the
Teaser.
difference in the weather down in the desert. We're just meteorologists of sorts.
Deception check.
Yeah.
Okay.
Group deception check. What the
No,
fuck?
that's all me, dog. Hold on.
What the hell?
Deception. Is that an actual check? I don't see
Bluff.
it.
Bluff.
Bluff, right.
Bluff, yeah.
That's gonna be a 19.
Oh yeah. He looks confused. He goes, "Oh, I understand. Yeah. Take it. It's all yours. Well, I feed my donkey imported hay. I don't know how good that is, but it's not like we can grow it here. I am but a humble merchant. But alas, I have finished my ale and I have paid my bills, and it is time to move on. I'm making my way to Ragnar, to the port. If you guys
We're headed there ourselves, actually.
Oh, fancy that! Fancy that! Would you like to come along aboard? We won't be very comfortable. It's just a couple of hay bales and such.
Well, yeah, I think that'll be all right. Let me just have a minute to discuss with my group, not about the travel. We'll definitely travel with you, just about this interesting sand, and we'll meet you outside.
Yes, of course, of course. I just have my cart out back there. I just wanted to grab an ale before the journey. Me and my tabaxi friend Marcus here.
Yes, yes. So after they kind of exit, I'm just gonna turn to the guys and be like, so I don't know if this necessarily warrants a trip. Kay seemed pretty urgent. We definitely need to be on our way. Now we at least have a sample, and I think even if we went there, I could tell your eyes were doing that thing again. Calduin, I assume you don't really know what it is, right?
Not a clue.
So I don't know if going to investigate will really do anything now that we at least have a sample. Maybe we can show it to Kay because we know it's from the convergence, but I don't think going there will really benefit us more than having an actual sample.
Maybe we can split it, send it to K and Kariki.
No, exactly. We're going to see Kay anyway, so when we pass through, we can see if Kiriki knows anything. And then other than that, we can bring the rest to Kay. You're right. So just to save us some time, why don't we go with these guys in their cart?
Sounds
Everybody
like
okay with that?
Fine by me.
Yeah, that sounds good. Has anyone done like a first motive on them? I'm assuming no.
No,
Can I do one without tipping
sure.
off? I'm kind of weary.
Yeah, go for it.
my mom says goodnight.
Good night, Joyce.
Hi,
Night,
Joyce.
Unnatural 20.
Natural 20.
Ooh,
They seem
unnatural.
genuine.
Unnatural.
Oh, unnatural. They still seem genuine. Genuine.
Okay.
Yeah. They're just humble merchants passing through who's experiencing weird, who are just kind Samaritans offering you a ride.
Ah,
Where, as you pack up and into their cart, it is not a comfortable journey, but it is a journey nonetheless, easier than walking. As you guys journey across the northern desert path of the Ragnar Road to Ragnar. We're gonna call a quick break. See you in a flash. Flash, 100-yard dash. We are back. And as we pick up our friends in the cart of our new tabaxi and half elven friend, as they sit in the back and they see in the glimmering heat the beautiful sandstone city of Ragnar in the distance, the carved sandstone Gothic-like architecture with intricate stained glass windows shedding the streets with colorful patches where the sun shines through on the sandy cobblestone road. You guys hopping off the cart as they diverted off, and as you guys navigate the streets and you avoid from Layla's warning, you avoiding the northern section and avoiding the guards. You make your way towards the port. As much as you tried to avoid the busier roads, you had to turn onto the main road, as it's the one road down towards the port. As you round the corner, you're faced with two Vilbridgite guards.
I got this.
Oh, eh, excuse me. You wouldn't mind if we asked you a couple of questions, folks?
Sure, why not?
Depends on the questions.
What do you need?
As you see, one reaches towards a notepad while the other one puts a small hollow metal piece in his mouth before putting his hand on his blade. And he goes, "Oh, you guys look for like out of towners." As he begins to trail off, your ears are overtaken by the sound of wheels grinding on the sandy cobble road. As beside you see an ornate uh, horse-drawn carriage pull up beside you. The door swings open as you as the door reveals a Valdenoid man with pure white hair pulled back into a bun, uh, a finely pressed tan suit and a burgundy tie. The same Valdenoid man that you met in the at the Esme Luma festival, Silas Avandes. As he pops out, he goes, good day, my friends. Uh, are these guards bothering you, my friends?"
Well, they stopped to ask us some questions. Not necessarily bothering us, but maybe taking up some of our time.
Taking up your excuse me, as he turns towards the guards. Do you know who these folk are? These are the saviors of the Darien Emperor, the Normals. Now, would you like to start a war over the Emperor's favorite people? I think not. They kind of like shuffle in place. They're like, "Oh, sorry, Mr. Devondes," as they shuffle off away, and he turns to you. He goes, "You do realize you're still fugitives here, right?"
You know what? We're pretty safe on the south side. We know there's a bit of flack. We're not gonna try to understand what game you're playing by saving us here, but we do appreciate it nonetheless.
Call it a good Samaritan as much as my offer thee. What are you doing here? And
Can I insight on him?
Wait, sorry, did he just ask what we're doing
Yeah,
here?
what are you doing here?
We're just visiting my dad. I'm from Palebridge, and so is
Hmm.
Calduin,
Yes, your dad from Scorchtown. Yes, Raymond Family Forge.
the one and only.
Yes, and why have you come to my magnificent city, to the port town of Ragnar, looking to make a
Well,
grand
you
entrance or exit?
no, you just said exactly what we're here for. It's a port. We need to get back to the Darian Empire.
Hmm. Where are you looking to stop off?
Blackmere.
Hmm. I see you all don't trust me, and I don't understand why, but I can offer my hand in friendship.
It's not that we don't trust you, we just don't know you yet. We appreciate
Ah,
the
well,
offer and will gladly accept. Maybe
I
as a
I have a ship chartered that can make a pit stop at the port of Blackmere. If my friends do so wish, I will humbly be your servant in that regard.
Can
very
I
well.
can I insight to see if he's setting us up for a trap?
Yeah, go for it.
Sweet. Wisdom. Cure. No. Stop it. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm still getting used to phone things. 19.
You know, in all his slimy slyness, he seems oddly truthful and curious and oddly generous.
So kind of like the idea of like we're not sure why, what his motives are, but he is being genuine.
Yes.
Okay. Anybody opposed to this? We could certainly use a ride.
I'm fine with it.
Save us some gold.
I'm totally okay with this.
All right. Well, I'll offer my hand for him to shake and say thank you. It's appreciated.
I'm glad to be doing business with you. As he kind of turns tail and, says something to his driver as the coach pulls up and he says, I just need to make one pit stop if you would follow me to my offices and we will make our ways from there.
Very well. What other city was it you said you had an office in?
Oh, well, that is a great question. We actually just opened up our offices here in Ragnar. I have my main office in Mira, my hometown, as well as I have an office up in Lulara, where we handle most of our business meetings.
Uh, what business is it that you're in?
Oh well, fancy you would ask. Hatchco deals in. We deal in everything. We have our hands full in the merchant detail and shipping back and forth between the continents. We have our own connection to the bricklaying companies. We do deliveries for a lot of stonework.
Import expert.
Oh yes, all of that stuff. We our main trade is the import export. Is how my company makes most of its money. My office, as you will see, is built right up to the seafront. My port built right into my office, so I can manage all the going ins and out of Ragnar in a flash. I'm very proud of the expansions that my company has been brought forth as the company has been gifted before me from my predecessor.
Your predecessor. Are you an heir from your father, or?
Of sorts, my surrogate father, my adopted father.
Ah. Will not press the matter. That's all we need to know.
Thank you. If you would please follow me. As he leads you down a few streets to um, one of the taller buildings in Ragnar, tall sandstone buildings with, as you can see, the floors marked out by the rows of stained glasses, the impressively 7-story tall sandstone building with the gorgeously intricate stained
In
glass
glass.
windows. Thank you. Um, as he leads you through the double glass doors, the Picasso abstract like stained glass with the letters Hatch Co. Put in right into the design of the double doors as he swings the doors open. As you feel your faces immediately feel cooled, as you see in the middle of this white quartz interior, you see a fountain spraying misty water up into the air and cooling the surrounding. Uh,
All right.
Taking you through the main foyer and towards a reception desk. You see a young halfling woman sit behind the desk as she looks up and smiles and says, "Ah, Mr. Vondes, I'm glad to see you're back in town. Shall I send someone up to your office to prepare your office with lemon water?" As he kind of smiles and raises his hands. He goes, "No, thank you, Fenna. Just some waters for my friends while I grab some papers from upstairs." So he kind of turns to you guys and says, "I'll be back in a moment." He walks off, and Fenna, the receptionist, uh, brings a platter of water and a small bowl for Peter of lemon water. He hands it to you guys.
I
Thank you.
take it, just tip my hat.
I do the same.
I'm going to spend this time waiting for the person to come back to treat my burns however I can.
Your
You're
burns
good.
already.
We're good.
You're healed back to full,
Okay.
but you
I
just don't have your spell slots back.
pull Beckett off to the side. If Beckett's here.
You pull Beckett off to the side.
Yes.
Or my cat's screaming at me. Hey,
Oh,
what's up?
sorry. What was that at the end?
What was what?
You're paranoid. Why are you paranoid?
Have you met me? A lot of
It's
stuff I'm
worse than
paranoid about.
usual.
It's the usual. Like, my deputy goddess is just choosing to drive me insane. So, you know.
Is it manageable right now?
What's your definition of manageable?
Do you at least feel a little safe?
Oh yeah, we're good.
That's all that matters.
Sweet. Just gonna keep going on my merry way.
Just don't give in. And then I walk back to the group.
I'll
I'm
follow.
gonna spend time just meditating.
After yeah, sir, go on.
And like after the long, excruciating battle, feeling tired, I'm just gonna meditate on that battle.
After a couple minutes, Silas returns with a briefcase in his hands as he says, "My friends, if you will all follow me."
I will follow along.
As he
Well, might as well.
he turns to the receptionist for night and he goes, "On the road again. I shall return within a fortnight." She says, "Good luck with your journey, sir." As she turns to you guys and says, "Have a lovely day."
You as well.
As he leads you through the building towards the back, as he opens up a small service door. Inside, you see the sprawling ocean of the boundless seas in front of you. You see a private dock with a large ship waiting in the harbor. You see the Wave Sunderer uh, waiting in the docks as he leads you down a flight of stairs and across, down to the pier and across the gangplank onto the deck of the Wave Sunderer as he leads you down a flight of stairs to the second level. You see to the left and right, you see large crates and boxes, rows and rows, and then after that you see rows and rows of stacked barrels on top of each other. Lots and lots of barrels. He leads you off to a side chamber and opens up a door, and inside you see a couple of chairs, and you see six hammocks strung between different posts. He goes, "It won't be comfortable, but it'll be suitable for the journey. The crew made this up for you."
Well, comfortable isn't our norm anyways, so it's much appreciated.
Well, if you need anything, go ahead and find First Mate Zokris. Uh, First Mate Zokris will find anything to help you along your journey.
How long is the journey to Black Mirror based on the route you are taking?
3 days.
Shouldn't be any trouble,
All
but
right.
we'll find him if we need him.
Perfect. I hope you all have a pleasant journey. As he nods his head and closes the door behind. DM West is going to call a toke break. Yes, we
No.
are back in. No? We are back indeed.
Good
As
job.
the Wave Thunderer uh, leaves the port of Ragnir and begins to make its way across the boundless seas. In these 3 days, do you do anything
Um,
on the Wave Thunderer?
Probably not. Like
You
other
look
than
for
like
illegal drugs. No, I'm just
food,
kidding.
other than like food and all that, we've already like done our messing around with Hachiko. We don't want to draw any more suspicion, especially since we stole one of their carts and all that. I think at least for me, we probably kind of kept to ourselves in our like room, other than like food and whatnot. I don't know if you guys agree.
Yeah, that's probably the best option.
I am going to rest and meditate for 8 hours.
Oh yeah, you guys would have gotten
Yeah,
a
we
long
all would have
rest.
gotten long rests and all that, all spell slots, all everything.
Nobody wants to cause havoc.
No,
Now that was
because if we cause
2c6.
too much, we'll get in shit.
True. Okay. Can I still keep staring at my sword, paranoid? But like in my room? Because I would.
Yeah.
It's one room, but yeah.
Can you roll me a spot check?
Okay. Okay. That's a 11.
Roll me a will save.
Oh God, no. Uh-huh.
I stick close to Beckett, Old Trip.
14.
It's a cane sword.
Hate you so much.
3 days pass as you guys on the third day make your way towards the top deck. As you see the bright, cloudless skies and the sun overhead, as you see a weird, mysterious, but familiar fog begin to roll in over the ship. As from the crow's nest, you hear ding, ding, ding. After a moment from within the fog, you hear ding, ding, ding. After about 5 minutes or so, you hear ding, ding. From within the fog once again, ding, ding. Uh, from the crow's nest, you hear someone shout, "Drop the anchor!" As someone, the boat by the anchor begins to release it. It begins to make its way down to the bottom of the ocean. After a moment, a final ding is heard from the crow's nest, and ding from now within the shore as the mist begins to part. As you see the port of Blackwater with the fake night above lit
Black Mirror.
by the Blackwater as the
Black Mirror. You said
what
Blackwater again.
what the fuck as the port of Black Mirror.
I love it because it echoed into yours too.
Port of Black Mirror with the dancing lighting everything around in the port as the ship pulls up. The gangplank drops as you see first mate Zotres, the half orc gentleman, kind of beckon towards gangplank.
Give Silas our regards. Thank you.
Kind of gives you a salute, but remains silent. You guys make your way off the boat and into the port. As the gangplank rises and the boat begins to make its way out of the port once again.
So, shall we see Kiriki first, or should we head right to K? It's on the way.
I say we see Kariki.
Good. Yeah, we can show him the sand and a couple other things. Let's be on our way.
Honestly, I'm fine with whatever. So
Well, he's on the way anyways, so let's do it.
yeah, we'll make it easier on ourselves.
Courtesy would be
All right,
a
so we're off to
very
Kiriki's
good
shop.
spot.
You okay, Nate?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Alright. As you guys proceed down the main strip, The dancing lights, the fake night overhead, the various magical and mythical people around you as they perform spells, as they walk by you, as they merchants selling things. You make your way to Kiriki's Corinky Dinks and open the door as you hear the ding of the bell. As the door opens, you see your familiar gnome shopkeeper friend flicking through a large book. As every page turns, you see dust kind of poof out of it. You see his iconic shimmering purple mage hand just tapping away on the desk. Uh, he hears the ding-a-ling as he looks up and he goes, "Welcome to, oh, my friends. How's it going today?"
Well, I know it hasn't been all that long, but it feels like a lifetime. It's good to see you.
How was the festival, my friends? I expect to hear everything. It's been great here.
Well, we met some new friends. We enjoyed some festivities. We met some powerful people. We met a couple. What are they called now? Lore keepers.
His jaw kind of drops.
There was this girl.
You met
She, yeah,
one of
we
them.
didn't meet all of them, but yeah, she
Who
told
did
us
you
to come
meet?
see us. What was her name? It's been a while.
Uh,
Let's just tell us. She's the new one.
Who? Who'd you meet?
Wes, you understand how long it's been. Tell us.
I like her. I for some reason don't
The
remember their
holy,
name.
the holy lore keeper.
Oh,
We
it was
met
just Holy Lore Keeper. I did.
the
I had it
holy
written
lore
down.
keeper.
You met the holy lore keeper?
Yeah, she told us to come visit her in
You talked to the
Palos.
no, not did you talked to the holy lore keeper.
Yes, she introduced herself to me. She told us to come see her in Palos.
Oh my god. Oh, you're living my dream. How I have wanted to meet her. Her arcane her arcane just accomplishments in the field, no matter how young she is. I wish I could show her my notebooks.
Well, if you have any maybe if you want to write, we have to go see Kay. If you want to maybe write a letter and pack a notebook, we will gladly deliver it to her with your return address or anything you want us to say to her. We would gladly do that because we will definitely be visiting her at some point. You're a good friend, Kirky.
You have. So I don't know. I don't know how to phrase this without sounding crazy, but I like to write. I like to write things, like I'm always on the move. I like to write things, and so like I've kind of written a letter already, and I didn't think I'd ever get to send it. I just kind of kept it in my notebook the whole time, and it was like I just
Deep breaths, Kirky. As friends of yours and how much help you've given us, we will personally deliver it for you to be sure that it will be read by her. As our new friend from her and an old friend, in quotes, to you.
kind of diving into his notebook and grabbing a small letter and like beckoning it towards you. He goes,
If it's ready, sure, but we do have to go talk to Kay if there's anything you need to reference or fix up.
uh well, this carries everything that needs to be said.
Well, I'll take the note and put it in my bag. So we've got a couple other reasons for coming to see you.
Of course. What can I help you with?
First of all, I'll pull off the one sword off my back. and say, what do you think of this sword? It's the long sword.
It's beautiful, yeah. How did you come by it?
I bought it from a merchant on a secret ship that ships out of Blackwater. It was called the Does anybody remember the name?
No
It
idea.
it was a very cool name. The Give me a second here. Man, it's such a cool name. I know it.
The shadow silhouette.
The Shadow Silhouette. That's the one.
I didn't even find it in my notes. I just remembered.
Yes. Yeah, because it's such a cool
Ah,
name.
he kind of inspecting the blades. He blinks as you see like a cloudy, arcane energy overtake his eyes. And he looks at it. This is a very powerful sword.
Yeah. I bought it from a guy. I thought it a fire sword. That's what he showed me, but when I used it, it manifested as this black magical ice. And I don't quite understand. He said it uses like I talked to him after we saw him again, and he said it manifested your arcane abilities through Blade, and I don't understand. I don't know anything about magic.
Show me. Beckons
Um,
the sword to you.
I take the sword. I take a couple deep breaths, and I just kind of take a swing.
Roll me an attack roll.
Sure. Um, Hold on. Gotta pull my character sheet here. What is that? That is a 19.
19. As you thrust the blade and focus on it, the icy black ice overtakes the golden blade. Kiriki stares in fascination. You say unmagical.
Well, I just know I don't know much about the arcane nature. This is just
Let me,
what
let me
happened.
see.
I
Let me
hand
see.
the blade to him.
Name an element.
An, an element?
Name one.
Like, um, water?
As you see, the entire blade is engulfed in like a stream of searing, almost geyser like water.
Amazing. Earth.
Like large rocks begin to appear as like the blade, like once sleek, has become as jagged, almost shark tooth like rocks.
That is amazing, Kiriki. So it truly is a manifestation of your arcane power.
Which he drops the blade, and all arcane elements just drops as a ting 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 ting
Can
on the
you
table,
can
which
you
is
do that same black
curious.
ice?
I've never seen the black ice. Can you show me again?
I can try. We're gonna say for the sake of this role playing that I didn't roll as well.
Okay.
I'm not gonna roll again. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's for the sake of the. I I don't know. I sometimes it just happens. I don't know. I'm afraid I couldn't make it happen again.
Give me your hand.
Hold my hand out.
Oh, cold. Oh, that power. I don't understand.
What? What? What power? I'm a blacksmith. I don't
For
do
the,
magic.
and for the sake of all that is good, please don't practice your black ice as much as you can bear.
But it is arcane in nature.
Yes,
Well, then it's
dark and arcane.
well. If I'm in arcane in nature, and you insist that I must not use whatever this is, I truly trust you, Mr. Kiriki. Can you like we do not have time. We have to go see Kay, but can you show me the good? I do not want to have this dark magic.
He cracks a large grin and he goes, "Are you asking me to teach you magic?
If you would, it
It
seems
will be
that it's in
rigorous,
my
it will
blood.
be hard, and you might fail, but it's in your blood."
If I kind of look at my friends. If it'll help me help them and help us on our journey, whatever you can teach me would be very, very admirable.
Well, fantastic. Well, find me after you visit Kay, and I shall figure out what's good. In the meantime, are you what are your plans with this sword?
Well, I built this other sword with my father, which seems to have arcane abilities of its own. We bested the I bested the Gorgon toad and a this beast, I believe, called. Sorry, did we know the name of the beast down in the underground? Did somebody like detect magic that like the Afridi
Yeah.
and a a Freeti with this fairy blade? So I do not believe I have any sense for this. You seem you have quite a liking to it and
Your
know how it works.
your sword, your blade in particular, the material, it, it's curious.
It's my father. We mined it from our mountains. It's mundane crystal.
No, son, it is far from mundane.
Well,
What's it called, James?
give me a second. I think the other one's deep crystal, but give me a second.
What's it called? I'll
I don't
just
know. I'm
call it
looking.
celestial crystal or something.
Okay. I think it was called like yeah. I think deep crystal was like the arcane version of mundane crystal.
Yeah, I'll call it celestial crystal for the time being.
Okay.
But like something lady goes, this isn't mundane crystal. This is celestial crystal. So this almost has the same properties as golden blade you presented towards me.
No, it's so sorry. Yeah, it is deep crystal. Deep crystal is the crystal of above average quantity found at the hearts of large veins of deposits of mundane crystal. Deep crystal is renowned for its strength and psionically resonant nature. Mundane crystal is used for many items of psionic nature, such as Dorges, power stones, and psi crystals. But deep crystal is a better grade. So yeah, it's
But
just like
anyways,
the
it's
more
deep crystal.
arcane crystal. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's deep crystal,
Yes.
and it almost has the same properties to this gold sword that you've presented. And it almost reflects what's within, which makes me more curious and excited. But what you said you had something else to show me?
Of course. I feel around in my like a bag and I pull out the vial of the purple sand. We were recently in the sands of in the sands of what the fuck's the name of my continent? Not
Veil Bridge.
Veil Bridge, and towards the northern sands after a event. Do you know, or I guess we haven't talked to him in a while. So, do you know of the multiple realms?
Yes.
There has recently been some examples of what can only be referred to as a convergence of the realms. When we were in, um, when we were in going to the festival afterwards, we saw the Fey realm merge with the Boundless Shores in an area, and we had to protect some of the Fae. And then going to the Sands of Elbridge, we noticed that Orgolan, what is your realm called? Do you know?
2 seconds.
It's isn't it the I won't say it.
Where's my character sheet? Oh, that's a lie. There we go. It is Shadow Guard.
We also ran into while we were in Veilbridge, there was this earthquake, and it appears that Shadowguard, the realm of the Drow, has merged with the sands in Veilbridge, causing an icy winter in the desert. And this sand was found shortly after that event in the northern sands of Veilbridge. We were wondering if you could tell us anything about it.
Try one more time on your blade, please, to
Like
summon your magic.
my blade or the golden blade?
Yes,
Okay.
on your blade.
Teen to hit.
Yep. You the blade surges with icy black ice as his eyes flash in an arcane. Like those magic users know he's using detect magic. As he looks up in horror. If all that you said is true, then not only is what is to follow dangerous, but so is your magic. For the same dark essence that I get off the sand, I get within your ice, Tobin.
I I don't understand what that means.
I don't either. But whatever has been fueling and poisoning this sand gives your ice strength.
Um, th- thank you, Kirky. I
I
I as I said, I don't know if I understand, but that's certainly more information than we had.
come back to me in a few days after you figure it out with your friend. What what was his name?
Okay,
Kay. Yes,
he lives in the
Vampire Manor.
Vampire Manor.
Vampire Hill Manor.
It's the one and only.
Ah, I was wondering who owned such building, such ancient. Anyways, my friends, it
He said
has
his
been
friend once owned it, but we don't know much of the ownership beforehand.
the last person I remember to own that building was Erwin and Azuma. But he died 1,000 or so years ago.
Before the tier.
Hard to say. I'm not sure.
Hmm.
Probably a little bit after. I'd imagine.
Perhaps we'll
A
have to
lot,
ask Kay.
much is left
Well, I'm sure some
undiscovered
people.
before the tier.
Right. I'm sure some people owned it in between. Obviously, Kay isn't 1,000 years old.
I'm not so sure. But alas, my friends, it is getting to the time where I must close up shop.
Would you Well, you're into magic things. I'm not proficient with this type of weapon. Do you care to purchase it?
It is beautiful, and I have seen the properties. Just 250 gold pieces. Sound fair.
That seems more than fair.
More than fair, as he produces 250 gold pieces for you.
It's much appreciated. I hope you have good business with this blade.
I hope so as well. My friends, may I bid you adieu? It was fantastic to see you all again. Good luck with the journey forward, and Tobin, I expect to see you again where we shall train further.
Of course.
Where, unfortunately, my friends, we're gonna call it a night.
No!
It was wonderful getting back into D&D, and we have reached the end of my session. And so thank you very much for all of you for joining us, and my players along the way. Thank you very much for coming along to wrap up the beautiful Veilbridge arc and to be beginning our way into something a lot more sinister.
Oh.
Thank you very
Hell
much
yeah.
for joining us. If you enjoyed what you saw, don't forget to leave a like. And yeah, with that, that's it.
Bye. Have a great time.
Cheers.
Peace.
God